Where is Peng Shuai? For almost 3 weeks now, we have been asking this question. Where is Peng Shuai? Exactly 20 days ago, she said that Zhang Gaoli, the former vice premier of China, had sexually assaulted her. Then Peng Shuai suddenly disappeared. For 2 weeks, no one heard from her. The world started asking questions, demanding proof that she's safe. Last week, China released a sham letter, a retraction concocted in Peng's name and released in a fake email by CGTN, China's state mouthpiece. This letter was circulated heavily to kill the story of Peng's disappearance. A cursor exposed China's lie. It wasn't an email after all. It was a screenshot of a Word document. Nobody believed that Peng wrote it. The pressure on China intensified. The world asked again, this time more assertively, where is Peng Shuai? In response, China came up with another charade. 2 videos were released from Beijing. Here is the first one. That's Peng Shuai sitting at a restaurant, apparently surrounded by friends. 10 hours later, another video emerged. In this one, Peng Shuai is at a tennis match. She signed some tennis balls for fans. We cannot confirm when this happened. When did Peng Shuai visit that restaurant? When did she meet these fans? It's hard to say, and China won't tell us. Did Peng Shuai want to make these appearances, or was she made to go for the filming of these videos? You might never know, because there were no reporters there. No one was there to ask about the sexual assault. The whole world, by the way, is talking about China's biggest Me Too scandal. But inside China, this conversation is not allowed. It's banned. Peng herself has not said a word about it since she made the allegations on the 2nd of November. China is hoping the silence will make the story go away and these choreographed appearances will stop the questions. Here's the third one in the series. It happened today. Peng Shuai had a video call. She spoke to International Olympic Committee President Thomas Bach. The IOC now insists that Peng is safe. Then why can't she post on Weibo again? Why can't she speak about the trauma that she suffered? And why is the Chinese state speaking on her behalf? Why is the Chinese state media speaking for her? Why can't Peng Shuai do that herself? It's a no-brainer. It's because she's not free. She's being paraded and videographed to bail Beijing out. Peng Shuai is a hostage of the Chinese state. She may not be locked up like a prisoner, but she's shackled nonetheless. The Chinese state is dictating what she can and cannot do. And this flurry of propaganda is supposed to be proof of life. Once again, no one is buying Chinese lies. Even the United Nations now wants answers from China. They want to know, where is Peng Shuai?
What we would say is that it would be important to have proof of her whereabouts and well-being. And we would urge that there be an investigation with full transparency into allegations, into her allegations of sexual assault.
That demand was made last Friday. Now, tennis officials are stepping up pressure on China. The Women's Tennis Association put out a statement. They too have been wanting to speak to Peng Shuai, but they still can't reach her. Let me tell you what they thought of that video call with the IOC. This is the World Tennis Association, Women's Tennis Association, WTA, and this is what they've said. This video does not change our call for a full, fair and transparent investigation without censorship into her allegation of sexual assault, which is the issue that gave rise to our initial concern. By the way, the IOC statement made no mention of the sexual assault. That's the only thing that the rest of the world cares about, that the rest of the world is talking about. Isn't that strange? You release a statement on the safety of a player who disappeared after making sexual assault charges, and that's the one thing you leave out of your conversation. Is the IOC trying to protect China? What's in it for them? Well, they're hosting the Beijing Games next year. We'll talk about that in just a bit. For the moment, let me tell you this. Unlike the IOC, the tennis world is not afraid to talk about what happened with Peng Shuai. They stand united in their support for her. Tennis stars are now speaking out. Here's what Roger Federer said, and I'm quoting. She's one of our tennis champions, a former world #1, and clearly it's concerning. I've been on tour for 20 to 25 years, and I love the tour. I love the people that are there. They are special. The players as well, and she's one of them. Here's what Rafael Nadal said. The most important thing is to find out whether she's okay. All of us in the tennis family hope to see her back with us soon. And it's not just the players and sports bodies, even governments are demanding answers. The United States is deeply concerned, it says about Peng. The United Kingdom wants quote-unquote verifiable evidence of her whereabouts and safety. France has issued a threat to China, allow Peng to speak or face diplomatic consequences.
Are we not sure she is alive at this very moment?
Let's hear about it. She has disappeared apparently. And if it's not the case, we'll let her speak.
Would, as the Americans said, France be ready to not send any official representatives to the upcoming Olympic Games in China?
Let her first speak, and if she's prevented from that, or if it's the case that she has disappeared, then this would lead to diplomatic consequences on our part.
Which consequences?
You will see then.
So what will China do now? Will it still behave as if nothing has happened? Well, from the looks of it, it will. China still does not want to admit that there's a problem to start with. Its wolf warrior diplomats are still sidestepping all questions on Peng Shuai. Here's Zhao Lijian, China's wolf warrior-in-chief, saying this is not a diplomatic matter.
What I have to tell you is that this indeed is not a diplomatic matter. As you will have noticed, she has appeared in public events recently. Next question.
Don't ask me about it. Move to the next question. That's how Zhao Lijian deals with charges of sexual assault against a senior Communist Party leader. Every time it comes up, he says it's irrelevant. What does this tell you? Beijing is desperately trying to protect a sexual predator, and they seem to have found an ally in the IOC, the International Olympic Committee. Now, it's a shame of Olympic proportions. WION is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news on the move.